that we are happy with roast-wise, we try to hit those scores just to create a product that is reliable. And one way we do that is by following these light tail scores. So this gives us a color percentage of both the whole bean and once we grind the bean. And the light tails is just the level of light percentage that we find in each of the roasts. And then if we're happy with that, we can use all of this data to sort of try to replicate that roast curve. And the light tails reader is just here. We just need to turn it on. And this is a really cool method that we also use behind the bar. So we can either do the scale, which is what the roasters use for when they roast the coffee, but we can also do a particle microns reading. So it tells us the microns distribution on average with our brews. And that's a really good indicator of first maybe how fine or coarse we're going, but also with the distribution of it, we know how our grinder is working. Either if it needs a realignment, we'll be able to know from here, or if we need to change the burrs, how we can improve our coffee from the most fundamental level, which is grind. And then obviously we consider a lot when it comes to water and things like that.
A quick question. I saw that every grinder here is EK.
Yeah.
Is like a different burrs for espresso or like filters, or is it
We use the red speed burr.
red speed burrs?
And I think they are the espresso ones, but I'm not 100% sure about that. We also use them for filter. So yeah, here is mostly where all of our coffee arrives. What we do a lot as well is exchange different coffees with our Portland and Austin locations to give more constructive feedback and to sort of capture things that we liked from what they did and replicate that here. We have a couple of roasters. This is our 1 kilo roaster where you would maybe roast things like our nano lots, like a longboard coffee or a best of Panama.
You do minimum is a kilo for best of Panama. It's like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A kilo only is what we get. And this is a program roaster around like a 1950s model. Roaster that has been refurbished by Jason back in 2014 when we recently moved into this space. Proud Mary really started around 2010, but we only kicked off roasting in Hollywood 4 years later. So
So like, that's 2 ton. How long does it take to use that one cartridge?
That's a really long question. I actually wouldn't be sure, but we have one of our roasters here with us. And this is a product from Brazil. Brazil usually goes a lot into our blends as well. Usually this would be Brazil's, and it's good that we have our salad on there.
Yeah. Quite a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. This is my favorite part of the roastery. Before I worked at Aunty Peg, I was actually eating a tour as a customer, and this is what really sort of gave me that light bulb moment of, oh my goodness, this is my dream place. So this is a humidity and temperature controlled room. As you can see right behind you, we have our temperature. This is all the green coffee. I don't think I can take this out now, but I've never worked this thing before.
You don't need a. Yeah. Where are the nano lots?
The nano lots are here. If there is still some.
Oh, okay.
So this is all of our deluxe coffee. This is some Lost Origin.
That'll be like Don Benji?
Don Benji, I think.
Yeah.
The geisha. You would like to smell?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to start with Don Benji?
Oh. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the herbaceous but like intricate smell this type of coffee has. Pink Amamoto, Cultura and Typica Natural. I think this is more of like a heavy natural process. So what you will find is different levels of coloration on the green bean. Since it's a natural process, it tends to attach to the glucose that comes from the cascara, so it's the outer layer of the seed. And that's why even through the aroma, it's definitely just more molasses-like, just a little bit more intense, maybe like honey. And comparing that to a wash process, it's very different in color. So let's try to find a washed. Yeah, so this is definitely more pale. It has more chafing. Yeah. I mean, smell is such a cool part of coffee because it tells you so much about what it's been through. tin, oh, it could be like $80. $50. This one is definitely going to the 80s, 100 range. This is more like the $50, $60 range. Yeah.
I think that one's on the menu right now. The over there, right?
Yeah, I think we're selling that one as a tin currently.
So is this a real storage for green beans, or do you have like something more in like underground?
No, so this is all of our storage, plus this is our calendar of like, or our chart of what's in the freezer. So we do freeze a lot of our green bean.
Oh, you freeze green beans too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Depending on, the lot and how old it is and how much we have of it, how we're thinking of getting through it. I think it does create an impact overall, which is why a lot of this coffee goes through our deluxe nitro, which is our nitro reduced filter coffee. And then some are super good, just straight out of the freezer.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of freezing coffee, but since like I really like coffee, I buy a lot of coffee, which means like I need to spend a lot. But since I can't drink like 5-10 coffees a day, so I normally freeze. But it keeps getting a lot hotter, and it's like. But I like some coffees. I really like to go back to those. Some coffees like Jaramillo, those kind of coffees. So yeah, those coffees I freeze.
Yeah. I guess that's the only way for us to keep it as well, and to maintain some level of quality. Yeah.
So this, I want to be sure. So this place is a roaster for Proud Mary. Right?
Yes. So we're all the same. Yeah. Aunty Peg's is just another. We called it a different name because it's just a different concept.
Oh.
It's just more of a one-on-one experience with everything that happens here, and because of that nuance, we decided to call it a different name. And it's Aunty Peg's because of the grandma of the owner, which obviously her hospitality was what inspired it. Yeah. These are all of our medals. We get a lot of bronze for Ghost Rider. It always wins for the blend category.
You have the compact here.
Yeah.
So like that was a 50 kilo probat, and that was 15, right?
Yes.
Well, you tolerate to 70 kilos?
Oh, we do 40 kilos.
Oh, 40,
I think
right.
it can tolerate up to 60.
Oh, at 60.
Yeah.
12%.
Yeah.